Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. And if you are new here, welcome. So as you can tell by today's title, I'm going to be discussing how I made an A in microbiology. And I actually got a comment that said, hey, can you make this video? So I was like, cha-ching. So I was like, of course. So today I'm going to explain how I got an A in microbiology. Yeah, so if you're interested in hearing that and you want to know more, let's just keep on watching. So how I made an A in micro. I want to break this video down into like two main parts. The first part is setting yourself up for success and what to do and whatnot. The second part would be like study, how I studied and stuff, and then I'll do like study tips and stuff at the end. So first, set yourself up for success. What I mean by setting yourself up for success is all the way going to like looking up the professors and instructors at your school that teaches microbiology. Some of them teach micro and another class. Some of them only teach micro. But look up any one of them that's like listed on your registry sheet before you register and just look them up so that you can see which professor you feel like you would have the best connection with. That's what I did personally, and that's how I got to the micro professor that I got to. And it was a mix up between him and another one, but I decided to go with him, and I was very, very, very happy by the end of the semester because I just felt like he was going to be the best to fit who I am, how I learn, things like that. So the one thing I love about Rate My Professor is like people, they don't hold back. If they're a horrible professor, they'll tell it. And then that'll just allows future students, upcoming students, incoming students to like say, let me stay far away from that. I don't need somebody who can't communicate on time. I don't need nobody who gets overwhelmed with a bunch of students. I need somebody who can answer a question, and not think like I'm ignorant because I'm not understanding a concept or something. Once the actual semester opened, that's when I went in and I got on his class. I printed off my syllabuses. I printed off my calendars. I printed off my readings that I had to do and made sure to have all my tests. I wrote down all my exams when they were. I wrote down my quizzes when they were. I just really set myself up, and to each his own. I have multiple calendars everywhere, okay? I have one on my wall that's next to my desk. I typically have a paper planner, and then I also have my digital planner on my iPad, and I write excuse my language, I write stuff down everywhere. I have a organized, chaotic mess, is pretty much. But like I said, I wrote down all my exams, my quizzes, my due dates for anything. I had labs, so I had lab every Tuesday, so I made sure to set aside time for that. And you just really want to be on top of your assignments so that you give yourself enough time in between to have your leisure time so you don't get burned out. Another thing that I want to pinpoint when I say set yourself up for success is also look at the upcoming tutoring schedule. And, a lot of people, I don't know why, anytime I go to the tutor center or anything, there's not a lot of people there. And I'm like, these tutors are amazing. It's important, when your professors can't get to you immediately, maybe a tutor can, so I had a tutor for my micro. We didn't really need our sessions, but I went anyway and we went, eventually it kind of died down to just like meeting once before each like exam to just go over things that maybe weren't clear or whatever. But tutoring, take advantage of your tutoring center. Take advantage of whatever tutoring services that your college or your local college or your university, whatnot. Take advantage of any tutoring services they have available, because there's nothing wrong with needing a tutor or wanting a tutor. You don't have to necessarily need one, but if you want one, take full advantage of that. They're there to help. They're there to get you to the end line with the grade that you're wanting in that class. So Okay, so I want to divvy off into study strategies and like how I took my notes and like what I did, yada yada, blah blah blah, because that's going to take a little while. So study strategies, I basically, honestly, to keep it down to it, I had to like set it up as if I was going to class. Even though my micro lecture was online, I still divvied it up as if, excuse me, as if I was going on campus. I had labs on Tuesday. I had prob and stats on Mondays and Wednesdays. So that left Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays open, open, open for me. So I blocked out time for me to listen to my lecture videos on those days. So all I did was when I pulled up my lecture, I listened and took notes at the same time. So I don't know if you can see it. I may do like a side by side. So basically what I did while he was talking, I took notes on the slides. I don't know if you can see it, but so while he was talking, I would take notes. I don't know why it's not. There we go. I would take notes. I did this. I would highlight, I would underline, I would do all this stuff on it. That's how I did mine, and he was really good about saying like, hint, hint, this is going to be on the test. So like I would make sure to like write that, or I'd make sure to highlight what needed to be on note cards, or I mean, you could even draw pictures and diagrams. Let's say I got all of that stuff off on my iPad, right? So what I did from there is I have a MacBook and then I have a monitor. So I would have my slides up from my iPad on my MacBook, and then I would have Quizlet opened on my monitor, and I would create my Quizlet cards from that. I mean, of course you had the basics like the definitions and which was which, but like I said, he was really good at being like, hint, hint, you need to know this for the test. This slide, you need to know this whole slide, or you need to know these terms, or you need to know this, that, and the third. So I highlighted everything he said we would need to know for the test. I would highlight everything, anything, make notes, and then I would make my cards from that. If you want my honest opinion, for, studying, get yourself some note cards and get used to note cards, because I know for me personally, it helped the most because I did not study it in an order. And how I do my note cards is like a question answer basis. I have to test myself. I'm one of those learners, I guess you can say. I have to test myself in order to know what I'm talking about, remember what I was talking about. I do watch a channel. She's really good at like study tips, productivity, techie stuff. It's called Janice Studies. I follow her on my StudyGram page. If you want to follow me there, here's my name. And to follow my journey there, you want to. Now it's all StudyGram stuff, so there's no like face pictures or anything. But if you want to follow my journey that way, that you can. I follow her channel on YouTube, and she's really good at that. And she had brought up a study method. I can't remember what it's called, but I tried that study method and it didn't work for me, and I kind of just went back to my note cards. And that's a good thing about school and studying. You just have to find where you are, and it's all about trial and error. And I'm just a note card person. I'm a repetition person. That's how I retain a lot. And then I'm really, I think it's called kinesthetic. I don't know. But I also learn by doing. I have to touch it. I have to feel it. I have to, like in class, looking under the microscope and seeing the difference between gram positive and gram negative, seeing the different morphologies, seeing the shapes and all that jazz and stuff. So that helps a lot too with retaining, like, oh, the gram negatives are typically this shape. Gram positives are typically this shape. Gram negatives are this color. Gram positive are this color because of this peptidoglycan, and this one doesn't have this. So it was just a lot. And that's the type of learner I am. Just note cards. Note cards, note cards, note cards. So this video is getting pretty long. So I'm only going to go over a few little study tips that I would say. Use a study app. I used Forest, and I will continue to use Forest. Forest is an app, okay? they have like little widgets for it and everything, but I haven't grown any of my trees because I ain't been studying. But anywho, so I use Forest and I will continue to use Forest. This is what the app looks like. Basically all it is a study app, and it times you. That I love. You can set it all the way up for an hour and 20, or yeah, 2 hours. You can set it all the way up. I almost said an hour and 20 minutes, girl. You can set it up for 2 hours, or you can go all the way down to 10 minutes. Like, I love it. And basically what you do is you click plant, and each time it plants a tree. So as you can tell, I studied a lot, especially towards the end there for the exam. But as you can tell, when you complete your study time, it grows your trees. But if you like cancel out early, or if you get a phone call and can't do nothing, it'll kill off your tree. So I have a lot of little dead shrubs in there. So I love this app. It gets me in my study mode because I've timed myself. I give myself exactly however much time, whether it be 10 minutes or 2 hours. And I sit there for that. And then when that goes off, I take a break. Take breaks. Please take breaks. As much as you want that A, you're going to get that A. You're going to get that A. You're not going to get an F because you took a break, okay? You're not going to fail that class miserably because your brain started hurting. You started crying because your eyes were dry and your body's hungry. Your belly's hungry. You know you're hungry. So I say, please take breaks. Just take breaks. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope I gave you guys some fun, good tips to go on. Laid out how I did my thing. I hope you guys can apply some of what I did to how you can get that grade that you are going for in micro. Yes, I made an A in micro, but that doesn't mean you have to make an A in micro. As long as you do the work, your work will pay off. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next one, which will hopefully be a nursing supplies haul soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye!